Hello guys, what we have here is a question which was asked in the 2015 NET June exam. The question is that a particle of mass m moves in one-dimensional potential V of x is equal to, so one-dimensional potential, which means there is only variation of potential in one axis, which is the x-axis here. This is alpha times x cubed by 3 plus beta times x raised to 4 by 4, which is the potential, one-dimensional potential, and the particle is moving in that one-dimensional potential. There is one-dimensional potential here. This variation is in one dimension, and the thing is that um, the particle is inside that. One of the equilibrium points x is equal to 0. So x equal to 0 is an equilibrium point. Then the angular frequency of small oscillations about the equilibrium point. Okay, this particle in 1D, this is incredibly small. The y-axis is incredibly small. There is only x-axis, a valid x-axis here, where there is actual variation of potential anyway. So what it has is that the one of the equilibrium points is at x equal to 0. At x being into 0, there is an equilibrium point. Okay, an equilibrium point. The particle could be at equilibrium, and this particle could have some oscillations. It could be oscillating in real time inside this potential. And what we need to find out is the angular frequency of the oscillation, the small oscillation for a free particle. Okay, that's what we need to find out. So basically, what we know that this is equilibrium point. X equal to 0 is an equilibrium point, which means that we can find out the equilibrium by taking the derivative. The derivative of this v of x would be 0. Okay, would be 0 at equilibrium point. And there could be another equilibrium point as mentioned in the question, because one of them is given, which is x equal to 0. So let's see what are the equilibrium points by taking the derivative. The derivative would be 0 at equilibrium. So dv of x by dx would be 0, which is equal to alpha x x square plus beta x raised to cube. Okay, so that's the derivative, and 3 and 3 and 4 and 4 will cancel. Now this is equal to 0, which means that you can take out x square outside and you get alpha plus x beta, right, which is equal to 0, which means x square is equal to 0, which means x equal to 0, which we already know. And the second condition is alpha plus x beta is equal to 0, which means x equal to minus alpha by beta, which is the second equilibrium point. We have found out the second equilibrium point, and we need to find out the angular frequency at this point. Okay, the second point, that's what we need to find out. So what is the angular frequency? Angular frequency omega is equal to root of k by m, right, where k is the force constant. Now we have already did similar problems, but I'm going to specify it in a simple way, not an elaborate way, but in a simple form, to make sure that you remember all that. Okay, so you know that an potential energy can be written as half kx square, right? So dv by dx, which will be equal to kx, and d square v by dx square would be k. Okay, this is basic. Now you can see that this is all we need. Okay, d square v by dx square is equal to k. So you can substitute that k with the d square v by dx square by m. So that's easy way to calculate omega, which is angular frequency for small oscillations. So basically what you can do is that you can find d square v by dx square. You have already got dv by dx. Now taking derivative again, you get d square v by dx square, which will be equal to 2 alpha x plus 3 beta x square, right? So this is d square v by dx square, and you know that at this point x equal to alpha minus alpha by beta, which means 2 alpha times minus alpha by beta plus 3 beta times minus alpha time by beta, the whole square gives you alpha square by beta square, which gives you minus 2 alpha square by beta plus 3 alpha square by beta, which will be effectively equal to 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1, which is alpha square by beta, right? Okay, so you have found out d square v by dx square, which is equal to k, so I'm going to write down omega is equal to what? Omega is equal to root of k by m, which is alpha square, by beta by m, which is m. So it's alpha by root beta m. That's omega. So basically that's the correct option, which is option B, right? Option D. So this was extremely simple. You don't have to do much, but this is very simple because if you know that omega is, it can be related using the second derivative and mass, then you can easily find out the potential, the frequency. This particle is oscillating with the frequency of alpha by root bm at the point minus beta by alpha by m, right? Minus alpha by m, x equal to minus alpha by m, and at x equal to 0 it is also oscillating. We don't know that, we don't need to find out that. Okay, so that's it. This was very simple. For more videos you get to this link t.me csi physics. Okay.